guys, so I'm Kelin Law of Metaphysiques, and I am vlogging on topics that will help you to be able to get the body and the confidence to live your life as you love. And today's topic of all things is going to be on how can you avoid weight gain during your time of the month. Now, this is quite pertinent to me right now. I've waited to do this video because I am actually currently during my time of the month, and you will see that I am actually not bloated. Now, I've taken such a long time to do this video this time because I've tried these things out. Not only did I do the research, but I've tried them out. This is my second, excuse me, this is my second period since I have trialed these things. And guys, they work. So, during our period, our estrogen increases, our progesterone decreases. And it actually means that we naturally retain more salt. And when we retain more salt, our body tries to keep us within homeostasis. It wants everything to stay balanced. So if we become more salty inside, our body naturally tries to hold on to more water inside so that it keeps the concentration of the salt the same. So we retain water, and obviously we get bloated, and yeah, we don't feel very nice. So tip number one, really, really simple, but my goodness, it works. Quit the salt. I know that's actually easier said than done because I am a little bit partial to some Himalayan salt on my veggies. But actually, if you avoid any additional salt and try to cut down on things that has salt in it, like I like Marmite, that's full of salt, like a couple of days before your period and then for a couple of days in, which is when we tend to be our most bloated, then that, brilliant, massive effect, whilst also still drinking plenty of fluids, keeping hydrated and allowing your body to be able to flush things out as and when. So tip number 2 is, again, pretty obvious. Why didn't I think about this before? But increase fiber. Why? Because fiber actually sucks water up. It absorbs water. So lots of fibrous foods, things like vegetables and nuts, etc., etc. But really we should be eating those anyway, and you probably are eating them anyway. So what I've been taking, in fact, let me show you. Psyllium husk powder. Pop that in your shakes. I've been actually having, well, you can have it in water, you can have it in anything, but beware, it seriously sucks up moisture. So it's really actually good if you're using it for cooking, for thickening sauces and stuff. Has no taste whatsoever. So be aware of how much you use. I've been putting anything from half a tablespoon to a whole tablespoon in a smoothie in the morning, and then I've actually been having a smoothie in the evening as well, so getting a double dose. But the smoothie is no longer a smoothie. It turns into a bit of a pudding, which I actually really like. So I've been eating it with a spoon. However, what's really important, you've got to make sure that you're definitely drinking enough fluids if you're going to do this. Otherwise, inside you get all blocked up. But as long as you're having plenty and plenty of fluids, then it actually helps flush everything out. And it will help absorb all of that water inside. And of course, that excess water that you might be carrying. So that is what I've been doing as well. Number 3, which is actually linked to number 1, is increase the potassium foods that you're eating. Why? Well, because potassium works alongside sodium in the sodium-potassium pump in your body. So they counterbalance each other. So if you increase the potassium, you will naturally reduce the sodium. It's also a diuretic. So it helps you flush out that extra water again. So things like leafy green vegetables, bananas, which is what I've been adding both spinach and bananas into my smoothies, and avocados and tomatoes, turkey, all sorts of different things. But I've been having 2 bananas a day and lots of spinach in both of those shakes, that at the same time I'm also having the psyllium husks and drinking plenty of water. Number 4, you might not like me for, but I have been doing this and it's nowhere near as bad as you might think. So a few days before your period, cut back on those carbs. I know, like, I would normally crave like a Mother Jeffer prior to coming on my period, and carbs tends to be one of the things that you really, really crave. But there's a few reasons why this works, especially cut back if you can on the refined carbs, because they increase your blood sugar. Blood sugar increases your insulin. They mean that your kidneys tend to hold on to more, retain more sodium. More sodium means that you retain more water, as we said from the first point. So that's one thing. But the other thing is carbohydrates are stored as glycogen in your body, and they attach to 2 to 3 molecules of water. So having lots of carbs in your body, or glycogen in your body, means you have lots of water in your body. So having less carbs means less glycogen storage, which means less water storage. So again, you naturally just look leaner. And I know that sounds hideous, but actually I've now, like I said to you, I've done this is the second period, and I've craved a lot less of things, and I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me actually, logically, but all I can tell you is that's how I feel, and that is how I feel. So not only am I not bloated, in fact, my boobs don't even hurt. Normally they kill me and they're all swollen. None of that, not had any of it. So it works. I can't tell you which specifically, what bit, because I've not tried them individually. I've done the cutting down on salt, the increasing the fibre, as well as decreasing the carbs. So, oh, and potassium. So I've done it all. I've gone for the whole shebang. Number 5 is actually to do with a bit of supplementation. So there was a study done in Reading, and it showed that women that supplemented with 200 milligrams of magnesium a day had a lot less weight gain when it came to their period. Then there was another study done on 150 Iranian women, and this was using 250 milligrams of magnesium, but it was combined with B6. And B6 helps our kidneys regulate our water and minerals in the body. So they combined the magnesium with, it was between 30 and 60 milligrams of B6. And again, that made a significant difference. Now, I can't say that I've actually tested this specifically, because I already take a supplement called, I think it's called ZMA in the evening, which already has magnesium and B6 in. So I'm already taking that and have been always. And I was just taking that, still getting symptoms of, feeling very watery around my period. Now, I can't say if I stopped taking that, I might have been a lot worse, quite possibly. But I do know that I still had symptoms when I had that, but it's now that I've added in the additional, like I've just said before, all of the other steps that I've just talked through, that I'm actually now not getting those symptoms. You can naturally increase your magnesium by some of the similar things with potassium, so bananas and avocados, again, green leafy vegetables. You can also get it from dark chocolate, which again, I love. And nuts and salmon, but I don't eat fish, but you guys should because it's very good for you. B6, again, 3 things: bananas, avocados and spinach. And again, do you know what's actually interesting? I've included all 3 of those things into my diet, much more so with trying to increase the potassium. So perhaps it's just because I'm having even more of the magnesium and the B6 as well. So perhaps you don't need the supplementation at all. You can just get those bananas, avocados and spinach in. That's really going to help you increase your B6, your magnesium and your potassium. Number 6, sleep. Not always that easy. I certainly, when it comes to around my period, I actually can't sleep. I think I just get really hot and uncomfortable, so it affects me. But if you can, aim to try and get as much sleep as possible around this time, because the lack of sleep just screws up your hormones and affects your kidney's ability to be able to regulate your water properly. And finally, we'll go for 8. So 7 is reduce stress. Now you need to reduce stress because cortisol increases ADH, which is your anti-diuretic hormone. And as the name suggests, diuretic is something that flushes water out. Anti-diuretic means that you retain more water. So increased stress hormone increases your anti-diuretic hormone, which increases the amount of water you retain. So anything that helps you reduce stress, whether it just be having fun with your friends, whether it be getting more sleep, whether it be going out and walking is something that really has shown to decrease cortisol significantly. So has something else actually, what is it called? What do you breathe? Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting. I breathe it. It is something. Bergamot is aromatherapy, and you can put that on some tissue and keep breathing it. It smells really lovely, kind of a bit citrusy. But that itself is very, very helpful. It reduces cortisol, which obviously has the knock-on effect, and as we've just spoken about. Final one then, how do you even do this? 8. Final thing, number 8, is you can sweat it out. So whether that be through hardcore exercise, just sweat it out, or sauna, much more relaxing. But obviously the more you sweat, the more water you release, which makes you feel leaner. It's obviously temporary, but it works. I've got to say, I didn't use a sauna. I haven't really done that much sweating it out actually either, but I can vouch for increasing bananas, avocados and spinach in my diet. I have started, or around my period for 3 days before and 3 days after, been taking 1 to 2 tablespoons of the psyllium husk powder, and I have also reduced my salt during that time as well, drank more water, and like I said, I already take my ZMA tablets, and these last 2 periods I have stayed the same in my body. Quite phenomenal. It honestly works, girls. So give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Also, let me know, are there any of the topics that you would like me to cover? Because I am here to try and make your lives easier. And I'm also happy to experiment on myself. So let me know what it is. But give this video a thumbs up. Comment stuff below, like ask me questions, get involved. All of this kind of stuff actually helps with my channel growing, because the more interaction, the more they will send my video out to other people. So, and also don't forget, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and I hope you have an amazing day, and good luck. Let me know how you get on with your next period. Hopefully you'll be feeling all slim and trim. Right, see you in the next video, guys.